Welcome to the deep dive. For a long time, we've used large language models as, really smart advisors. They answer our questions, they write
They
drafts.
summarize things for us.
Exactly. But what happens when that advisor gains agency? Today, we're looking at this massive shift now that ChatGPT has direct app integrations. It's turning the chatbot from a passive advisor into a truly active assistant.
That is the critical pivot. So our mission here is to really distill how these integrations work, which ones offer the most value, and maybe most importantly, the big privacy questions you need to be asking.
Okay, let's unpack that. Getting started seems simple enough. You either type the app's name, like Expedia, Find Me a Hotel, or you go into the settings menu.
Right, under apps and connectors.
Yeah.
But that simplicity hides what's really going on under the hood. This isn't just a fancy search. The AI can now read and write data directly into the partner's platform.
And that brings us right to the big caveat, doesn't it?
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you connect, say, Spotify, you are granting the AI access to your entire listening history, your playlists, everything. You're giving it permission to act for you.
That's the part that needs a closer look. So if I connect Coursera and I use it to find a few Python courses, and then I get a little nervous and disconnect it from the settings, does ChatGPT just delete the data it just collected on my preferences, or does it just, stop collecting new data from that point on?
That is a great question. And the honest answer is it's a bit murky. In most cases, disconnecting stops future data collection for new actions.
Okay.
But the data that was already used,
Hmm.
your search criteria, the courses it recommended, that's usually subject to the platform's broader data retention policies.
Yeah.
You have to assume you're permanently trading that piece of data for the convenience.
So once we've accepted that data hurdle, where does the real magic happen? What's the practical payoff for someone who's busy?
I'd start with workflow efficiency. Look at travel. With Booking.com or Expedia, you can give it really complex criteria like only 4-star hotels in the historic district with free breakfast.
Without clicking through a dozen filters.
Exactly. No filters. And the creative tools are fascinating too. I tried the Canva integration and asking it for a 16.9 slide deck about our Q4 roadmap felt a little like cheating, to be honest. It just spits out that first draft.
That difficult first draft, yeah.
It accelerates your agency. You're not just asking for ideas anymore. You're asking Figma to actually generate a product roadmap with milestones and timelines.
It'll probably need some tweaks in the actual app, I assume.
Well, for sure. You'll need to polish it.
Yeah.
But it provides that working framework in seconds. And that same speed applies to, transactional things too.
Right. Let's move on to that shopping and food, where that kind of immediate speed really matters.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The DoorDash integration for U.S. users is a total game changer if you hate making grocery lists. You can ask for a full meal plan, say 5 vegetarian dinners, and boom.
And it just adds everything to your cart.
Instantly. All the ingredients are right there in your cart, ready for checkout. Same idea with Target's integration. It can give you curated gift suggestions and create a shopping basket for drive-up or shipping.
And really quickly, there's also Spotify for creating mood playlists and Uber for checking ride options. But we have to remember, this whole rollout is currently just for users in the US and Canada.
For now, yes. But it's definitely growing. They've already confirmed partners for 2026. OpenTable, PayPal, and Walmart.
Wow, so we're moving into core financial and commercial services.
That's the clear direction. It's becoming more and more indispensable.
So the big takeaway here is pretty clear. The main benefit is just pure convenience, right? Doing everything in one conversational spot.
It is. But that brings us to the final thought, the big question for you. How do you balance that immense convenience, instantly filling a shopping cart, booking a room in seconds, with that fundamental trade-off? You're sharing your listening habits, your travel history, your purchase data with this newly empowered AI.
And when the barrier to action drops that low.
Exactly. When it's that easy, what new habits does that encourage? And maybe more importantly, are you comfortable with what the AI is learning about your life in the process?